Okay, so we're looking at the plan. Really important now that you've got your collect it out in front of you, because that is the hard work that you've put into place to help you with your plan. Okay, so I've got that in front of me, as well as a planning grid that I've made here. Not necessary to print off the planning grid that we've sent you, but just use it as a structure. If you want to print it off, that's fine. You might find that the boxes are small, so you might have to write on the back or in the books that we've given to you. So set it out into sort of 6 parts. So we've got the warning at the start. That's really important. The whole emphasis here is that a warning is given. That warning then your characters do not follow, and they get into some sort of unfortunate situation, building the tension. Fortunately they escape, and then they get sort of told off at the end and a lesson is learnt. So in terms of those sections, you can see I've already thought about my warning here. So in purple, warning's given, who's it by, some sort of interaction with the audience. So it'd be along the lines of, you better stay clear of the railway line, it's dangerous. Gran shouted as I stormed out of the house. Surely she knew it's the quickest way to the park. There's no way we'd waste our time sticking to Gran's plan. And then I'm going to talk about the particular railway track that they've been warned about here. So I'm going to pop in three lines of description on my plan. Obviously then when I come to write it, I'll be adding around that. And then we've got a problem here. So again, I want to have some sort of cohesion, some sort of link, maybe an adverbial, to link it to what we've talked about previously in the first 2 paragraphs. I'm going to have some bad weather and darkness just to start sowing the seed that the tension is going to be building up. Then I'm going to talk about them moving towards that problem and the problem revealed. Then they're going to be trapped somehow. Okay, so again I've linked it to the previous paragraph with an adverbial, building up the tension here. So we're going to need that hidden threat, maybe some darkness, some quick movements. We're really building up to that point, so use you collect it to help you there. Okay, I've put in a few opportunities to put in some reactions and feelings there as well, and I'm going to finish with a rhetorical question. For them to escape next, I'm going to have 2 characters, so there's going to be some dialogue, some feelings, some adverbials, and then there'll be some movement and reaction at the end, before finally being told off by the person who gave them the warning, Gran in this case. They're going to obviously be embarrassed about it. Okay, so I've spent some time looking at these paragraphs now, and I'm quite happy with where I've got up to. This is the plan, so obviously once I come to write it out in full, it may look slightly different in terms of the word order and the language that's used there. But as you can see, I thought about some description of the area here. That paragraph's pretty much going to be around describing the setting. Here we're starting to get to that point where there might be a bit of a problem. So we're talking about crossing over the bridge, some onomatopoeia there, really starting to build up that tension or give a few clues to what's going to happen. And obviously he falls through the bridge. A lot of language here in this trapped paragraph, so we're really building it up, thinking about feelings and getting that across to our audience, thinking about those quick movements without warning, hidden threat, things in the distance, some noises there as well, getting louder and louder, all the time thinking about how I'm using my punctuation appropriately as well. Okay, and then obviously the escape there. Obviously when I come to writing this out in full next week, we should be able to see that escape in full. You've got to be really careful here, because obviously they're going to be hurt, but we don't want them to be too badly hurt that they can't escape. Okay, it needs to be you're wanting the audience to think that it's really bad. What's going to happen? And then we've got that bit of relief. Okay, and then obviously they're going to be told off when they get home. They're going to be red-faced and head bowed, and they're going to trudge back to their room. So there's a lesson learned for next time. Okay, well, good luck with that. Really important that we get a strong plan so that the work is almost done in terms of our writing next week.